this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here for a much promised video. If any of you guys remember from last summer, I created a glue book junk journal, which was basically a kind of, you know, it had a lot of journaling space, and then just every so often it had like a full-on glue book, a like collage-y type page. Yeah, just as a totally different style of, I guess, a combination of the two, the glue book and the junk journal. And I made a promise that we would do another one, and I kept on saying, you know, I wanted to wait till the weather was better so that I could go outside to paint my book. So the weather has finally improved. I've been hanging on to, I've actually got a couple of books, you know, that if I get time I will do more than one, but chances are I'll probably only get time to do one. But yeah, I obviously, you know, have been promising that we would do this together. So basically what I'm going to do is I've got this, which is an old recipe book. It's from a Magimix blender. I seem to have loads of these. I have got a Magimix blender, which I obviously got one of these with. I also have a Magimix like mini chopper, which came with another one. And I've managed to pick a couple of these up at car boot sales and things. And for me, this is just a perfect size. This is the same style of book, which is another Magimix book that I'm using as my art journal and things like that. So, you know, for me, this just, you know, seems to be a book that just works perfectly. So it's, I don't know what size it is. Let me just have a look on my kind of craft mat here. Oh, I can't really see now. Oh, I don't know. 2, 4, 6, 8, about 9 inches by 3, 6, by 9 by 7 inches. So, I mean, it's quite a good size, to be honest. It's got about 84 pages in it. You know, and yeah, it just seems like the perfect book to use, to be honest, for me. It worked out fantastically last year, and it's working out brilliantly as my art journal. Now, we'll just quickly mention the pages are actually glossy. You know, because obviously this is not a vintage book or anything, the pages are glossy. Again, that wasn't a problem last year. It's not been a problem in my art journal, because what I'm going to do is obviously paint all of the pages. And again, I did this last year, and I've been doing this in my art journal. So I'm just going to share with you the kind of prep that we're going to do. And then I will probably take my book outside. It will take me probably a week to actually paint it. Well, a week, providing we have nice weather every day. Because what I'll do is every time I kind of go out to the garden, or every time it's sunny, I'll go out to the garden, paint a couple of pages, leave them to dry in the sun, you know, turn them over, paint another couple, leave them to dry, and so on. So, I mean, to be honest, obviously to get through the whole book, it will probably take me like a week or something, you know, just because obviously I'm not going to be out there constantly doing it. And all I'm going to use to paint the pages, and again, this is nothing new, it's, you know, stuff I've done before. I've got, or, you know, what I'm going to use is matte emulsion, which is, you know, regular household paint. It's matte household paint that you would put on your walls. It's not gloss, it's not for wood, it's just the paint that you put on your walls. Now, I happen to have this blue one called Glass Lake, which I'd obviously picked up years ago for £4. I've had this for years. I mean, you can probably see it's never even been opened, but it's, you know, already pretty mucky. So I'm going to go for that. Now, I've got to be truthful and say this is not really the colour that I wanted to use. I would have preferred to go with like ivory or something, as a much more kind of neutral base. But obviously, because I've got this and it was just, you know, waiting to be used, I thought, well, this is a perfect project to actually kind of get using this on. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do. I've also got another tub. I'm not going to be able to fit this in because it's a bigger one. But this is just some Magnolia, you know, matte emulsion. Again, just, you know, regular household paint. So what I thought that I would do is probably kind of mix the two. So maybe I will have some ivory pages. Maybe I will have some blue. Maybe I will have kind of some mixed. You know, maybe I will try and mix the matte, the Magnolia with the blue to get some paler shades. I'm not really too sure yet. Obviously, it will depend a bit, you know, once I've opened this tin to see what kind of shade of blue it is. It looks quite dark on the, you know, the swatch here. So I'm just going to give it a shake, and then we'll just open it, and I will just paint the first page with you guys. You know, again, not rocket science, nothing kind of all that interesting. And then I will take it out and, like I say, spend the next few days painting it, and then I will come back and we will start working on the journal. Okay, so I've opened the lid, and you can probably see, I mean, it's quite a vibrant dark blue. So yeah, I mean, it's much darker than I would have really, sorry, I just knocked my, you know, camera setup. It's much darker than I would have really chosen. I've got to be truthful. But like I say, I mean, I'm just trying to be frugal and use what I've got rather than kind of buying extra stuff. So I have got some gloves now, so I might put my gloves on just because I will be doing another video straight after this one, you know, different video. So just trying to be a little bit more mindful that I'm sure you don't all want to see me in my glory, you know, covered in paint, because let's face it, I will be covered in paint just from, well, the second that the lid comes off the paint, to be honest. I will be covered in paint. Right, okay, so I've got one glove on. Let me put the other one on. I finally bought some clear vinyl, you know, nice tight fitting gloves. I know I said before I couldn't seem to get the tight fitting ones on Amazon previously. It was like during the lockdown, and yeah, they must have had a shortage of them. Anyway, Heather, you know, my friend here on, you know, in our junk journal community, she very kindly notified me and said Amazon have got some of the tight fitting gloves now. So yes, I'm all kind of raring to go now with my gloves, which is awesome. So all I'm going to do is literally paint like this throughout the whole book. And I'm going to do the whole book now. When I did the last one, I kind of painted as I went. And to be honest, I think it's just going to work out easier to do it like this, because obviously doing it once I'd decorated a couple of pages, I had to then be pretty careful that I didn't get the paint on the pages that I had already kind of decorated. So I think it's just going to be quicker and easier to obviously just paint the whole book in its entirety first. And then obviously, you know, I don't have to worry about kind of mucking up any pages that I've actually decorated and things. So as you can see, I mean, the images and the text are showing through currently. Now, I'm not saying that I necessarily want to cover up every single, you know, every single part of the book. I don't mind if it's got kind of edges like this showing, you know, to me, that's all fine. I don't probably want like the images here, like with the blender and things showing. Yeah, so I will kind of just play it by ear and see how I get on. As I say, I'm probably going to kind of mix so that I have some blue pages and some magnolia and some of the kind of mix of, you know, I might say take my magnolia and just do like a bit of a smoosh kind of in with some blue. So I'm going to hopefully have a good range. Now, just a little tip there, while I'm painting my book, what I will do is, and obviously I'm struggling now to do it because these pages are wet, but what I will do is not go, you know, in a concise kind of order through the book, because obviously I don't want to have like all my blue pages and then have some magnolia ones and things like that. So I'm going to do, as I've talked about before, where I will jump through the book. So like here, I've kind of taken loads of pages, you know, out, not taken them out, but, you know, held them out of the way, and then paint another solidly blue one, and do that kind of at random spots, so that hopefully I'm going to have a good mix of like the magnolia, the blue, you know, the blue and the magnolia mixed and things randomly in here, rather than going through in any sort of particular fixed order, because, you know, that's just not a look that I'm that keen on. But obviously, you know, if you're doing one of these along with me, it's your book, and so you must do it exactly as you know, you fancy, and you might like that look. You know, and kind of that might really work really nicely for you. There's no right and wrongs. It's exactly as you want it. You know, it's your book, and yeah, kind of go with how you fancy. Of course, you could dry these off with a heat tool rather than leaving them outside. And again, that would probably work quite well and be quite quick. So again, if I have time, I will do that with some of the pages. It's just that for me, I quite like to just, you know, go outside, paint a couple of pages, and then I can be doing other things and then just go out every few minutes. But, you know, just kind of play it by ear again, do it in the style that suits you best. But the main thing is to have fun. So I will come back once I've painted all of my pages, and then we will get started on our glue book. Okay, so I'm back finally with my glue book. Now, as you can see, it's got little bits here on it from where it's been outside, kind of in the garden, so obviously got things blown onto it. As you can see, I've made a really rough job of kind of painting the pages. So, you know, I didn't get kind of too caught up about it must be perfect or go right to the edges or anything like that, because some of these bits will have things glued over them anyway, so I don't want to kind of, you know, take too long kind of gluing it when actually, you know, it might be covered up and not really need kind of gluing anyway. So I've just kind of covered every page in the book, you know, to some extent. I mean, this page is particularly poorly covered, as you can see. But like I say, we'll kind of, you know, work on covering it up a little bit more further in. So what I want to do is obviously start my glue book kind of aspect to this journal. So, I mean, most of the pages in this, if you saw my last one, most of the pages were kept blank for journaling. And there were just kind of a handful of pages that were decorated, you know, glue book style, just to kind of create some decorative, you know, detail, I guess. So what I've brought along to do my first page is I've got this book here. This is called Britain's Wildlife, this book. And it's full of really lovely pictures, but I have to say they're quite big. So ordinarily, you know, I would struggle quite often to use some of these in a journal because the size of the pictures. I mean, don't get me wrong, we probably can do something with a lot of them. But, you know, some are massive, but they're really nice pictures. And obviously, you know, it was a really lovely book that I managed to pick up. So I thought, let's use a picture from here. So I've already chosen one, so to save a little bit of time. So I've chosen this one with this beautiful owl. And I thought we could obviously have that on a page. And then the, as you know, my interpretation anyway of a glue book, or my, you know, how I want this glue book to be, is like this wonderful eclectic mix of stuff. So it's not going to be like, oh, it's an owl here, so I'm going to do it nature themed. I want to be as wild and free as I possibly can be, if that makes sense. So I want to couple the owl with unexpected other objects, if that makes sense. So I think what I'll do is, in the first instance, I'm going to cut the owl out because I don't really want the owl kind of on the background page. I would like the owl, you know, cut out and isolated. I'm going to get rid of all this because yeah, I don't think I'm going to be using any of that anywhere else, and you know, I must just not hold on to things for the sake of it. So let me just pull my glasses down, and yeah, we'll just cut this owl out. So like that. Okay, it's a little bit tricky because he's got these little claws here, so just go around those. Okay. Right, there we go. Oh. I know that I talked about this in my last, you know, glue book that we did, but I mean, honestly, I kind of went on Pinterest last year. I have to confess, I haven't been on there of late looking at glue books. So I suspect that this first layout is going to be a struggle. I need to kind of get back in the zone with looking at glue books quite a lot because I got so much inspiration last year. And of course, what happens is, you know, if you stop sort of looking at that and researching that and doing it, then of course, you know, you can't then stick with the momentum of, well, gaining inspiration, I suppose. So yeah, I may struggle with this one a little bit, but hopefully, you know, as we go through the journal, it will come flooding back and, you know, hopefully get kind of better at doing it again. So yeah, I'm wondering whether to take one of the blue pages that is, you know, particularly poorly covered, because that would just be then, oh look, I've even got one that I missed painting altogether. So why doesn't that surprise me? Okay. I mean, I could, I guess, take that. But actually, that owl's really nice on that blue paint, isn't he? So yeah, I might kind of keep him on there. Now, I'm going to cover up most of the background, or it's my intention to cover up most of the background anyway. And I've also brought along this book, my big Wonder Book Annual. It's by, oh no, sorry, the foreword is by Enid Blyton. The book, I think probably, I felt like it had contributions from various, yeah, from various people. So it's not an Enid Blyton book as such, but yeah, it's got kind of things from various different authors and things. So I'm going to just flick through here. Again, I did tentatively have a flick through before coming on, and I thought this was a very cute image. So I'm just going to tear this page out. Like I say, I really want to go for sort of, you know, like a really big mix of different things in here so that it's not like the obvious, if you see what I mean. So yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to kind of achieve that. So this book has got the most cute images, I can't tell you. Really, really cute. I can't remember whether I've actually used this somewhere else on another video. Yeah, I may or may not have done. I can't actually remember, I'm afraid. But it's very, very, very cute. Very cute. Quite loving this clock, it's got to be said. But I also quite love these children. So let me just tear out this page, and I also love these girls. If you can see those, they're really, really sweet. Oh, but I'm loving these as well. But this will probably be quite hard to cut out. Right, let's just tear these ones out as well. Right. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to need all of those things, you know, of course. But we'll just see how we get on. Now, as well, last year when I did my glue book series last year, I produced some of my glue book favourites. So again, it's, you know, my hope that I'm going to do that again. So I've produced this one, which, at the point of filming, this is not in my shop. Obviously, at the point of this going up, this will be in my shop. But so subsequently, I can't remember whether this is glue book favourites set... Oh, set 5 or set 6. I can't remember. So I really apologise. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of glue book favourite sets now. And I just love them so much. They are such fun to use because they're like this big eclectic mix of things, you know, for you to use in, you know, glue book style projects, or, you know, you could use them in collage, or, yeah, I mean, you could use them in anything, to be honest. But yeah, they're really, really fun. So I'm just going to quickly run you through this one. So you've got this page here. Big eclectic mix. You've got this gorgeous cake and things. You've got toadstools, the teacups, and lots of flowers and some banners and things. This one, you've got some toadstools here coupled with the flowers and the banners and things. You've got this lovely raspberry tart, another cake, and then some of the teacups again with the flowers on them. And then you've got some journaling cards, or in the... you know, for the purposes of a glue book, I would kind of use these as like sort of background images to just kind of layer up and, you know, put things, yeah, put behind things. So you've got quite a few of those. And then you've got another page of those similar, but slightly different ones. So you've got some incorporating like the little tarts and the cake and things like that. And then you've got some of these, but in different colourways. You've got a bigger version of this one. And then on the final page, oh my goodness, how gorgeous is this page? I just love this so much. You've just got the whole bunch of the florals and the flowers and things, and you've got some joined together so you could have them running down like a sort of belly bandy type thing, or, you know, however you want to use them. But my goodness, aren't the colours just so yummy, aren't they? So yeah, really, 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 really love these. I haven't cut any out, and I probably should have gone to my scan and cut and actually cut some out. But yeah, I wanted to obviously show you with them all, you know, all intact. So yeah, I'm going to have to just cut them out as we go, I'm afraid. So I do apologise for that. Right, so that being said, let's kind of have a look and see what we're going to go for. And I'm thinking, because we're going to go for this blue background page, let's just cut out a couple of these blue background pieces. So we'll just take these couple down. Okie dokie. Like that. Okay. I mean, that's just so pretty on that blue background, isn't it? It just tones so perfectly with it. It looks really, really good. So I'm just going to cut another one out. You know, and again, you know, just because I'm cutting them out, I might not use them on here at all, but we'll see. And I'm hoping that I will do another one or two of these glue book favourite sets as well during this series. But obviously, at this point, I haven't actually created any more yet. So again, watch this space. Hopefully there will be more of these, you know, throughout the course of this series. But as yet, they are not, you know, I haven't created them. So, but if, you know, of course, if I do, I will let you know. And like I say, I mean, these will hopefully be in my shop by the time this series goes up. So no worries about that. Okie dokie. Right. Oh, there's nothing like cutting out a bunch of straight or square or rectangular pieces. It's awesome. Right. So I'm going to have to cut some other less straightforward pieces. Well, less straight and less straightforward pieces in a moment. So, okay. Right. So, yeah, absolutely love this piece, I have to say. How gorgeous is that? It's really nice, isn't it? So, yep, I really like this as well with the fine shoes. It's cute. Okay. Now, I think when I did my last one, I'm pretty sure that I kind of did everything with sheet music in the background was the main, yeah, the main background that I used. Wondering whether I should do that on this one again, because it made such a wonderful background, or do I want to go for, you know, like a painted background? Yeah, not entirely sure. So we'll just kind of, you know, we'll just go with this and then we'll see where it takes us. I might try layering up some other bits and pieces. And we'll see, yeah, we'll see how it looks. So just bear with me while I just cut this out. And then, yeah, I can't decide which piece I want to use from the children, or pieces maybe, because maybe I want more than one of the pieces from the children's book, but okay. Oh, I love that jam tart. How cute is that? Okay, right, let's just have a look and see what we've got here. So, yeah, we've got these girls. I mean, they're gorgeous, aren't they? And I mean, again, she's got that gorgeous blue dress on, which is just going to just look wonderful on here. So, yeah, let's take her. She's such a pretty little girl. Let me just show you up close. She's so lovely. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh, she's just lovely. Right, let me put my glasses on to cut her out, because something tells me she's just a little bit too fiddly to cut out with no glasses on. So, yeah, cut that down. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okie dokie. Oops. Okay, oops. I love her little dress. She's so cute. So cute, and such a cute dress. Oops. Oops. Right, let's just see if I can cut that piece out there. Okay, and then go round here. Okey-doke. Oops. Oh my gosh, that's so fiddly. Right, okay. I think I've cut a bit of a lump of her hair off, but never mind. Let's just go with it. Hopefully she can just make do without that one ringlet. Okay, whoops. Oh my gosh. She's in danger of having her fingers cut off now. Okay. It's a shame that she's on that bright yellow background, because that's just not going to be very forgiving, is it, to be honest? Not going to get away with having any, oh my gosh, look, any of that in the background whatsoever. Right, okay. I mean, I have got that tiny bit there, which I might have to get my craft knife for. But yeah, I suspect I'm not going to make a very good job of doing that, to be honest. Right, let's get this toadstool, because that looks super gorgeous. Okay. Like that. Okey-doke. Oh, sorry about that noise. My son and his friend have just come in, so yeah, they were kind enough to take my daughter to the park, and his friends also got a little brother who goes to the same school, so she took her brother to the park as well. So they've just come in and I can hear lots of laughter, so they've obviously all had a good time. Okay, right. Okay, nearly done, nearly done. Right. Oh, I love that toadstool. Right, again, might have to cut that, you know, little white piece out. So let me just cut these flowers. Okay. Right, let's just go around there. Okay. Yeah, I really should have, you know, looked back a little bit at some of what I was doing last year, because, I mean, obviously, it's been a whole year since I made that glue book, so it's kind of hard to get back in the zone, to be perfectly honest. Okay. And like I say, I mean, I'm pretty sure that last year I was so very inspired by Margaret Miller, who's got tons of images up on Pinterest. She seems to have a really big presence on there, and yeah, she does just the most incredible things with her layouts for this kind of thing. So yeah, I found her really inspirational last year, and I really should have looked some up, because I would have, you know, found myself then back in the thick of it, hopefully. Yeah, I might have to do that, to be honest, because you know what it's like. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm just going to kind of wing it, and actually you should have kind of stopped, because you know, otherwise you might just produce something that you're not really quite so pleased with. So yeah, maybe I should just look some up. Okie dokie, right. Okay, so we've got a few elements now cut out, and I mean, they're super pretty, aren't they? Wow, just love everything. I mean, it's just like a bunch of stuff at the moment, but even this weird and wonderful collection of things, they look so great together, don't they? And they're just like chucked there at the moment, so with no kind of, yeah, semblance of, you know, order or anything else, but they look great already. So let's have a look. I've got some of these kind of invoices, and I'm wondering if we could incorporate some of those in the background, where last year I kind of used the sheet music. So let me just cut this one down. Hold on. Like that. And I know that Margaret Miller, she uses a lot of like postage stamps, vintage postage stamps and things like that in her glue book layouts as well. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'm going to do that and include some of those kinds of things as well. So let's just get rid of that to the side. Whoops. Oh gosh, now I've just put my finger in a whole bunch of glue that was in my carrier bag. Right. Now I'm thinking this needs to come down here. So I'm just going to cut this across here. And then I'm just going to trim it off here. Like that. Okay. Right, let's have a look and see what we would have if we're, you know, if we're doing something like this. So like we could have on this side maybe, you know, something kind of, I mean, this is just a first stab really at doing this. So oh, she's kind of cute. Like, oh, I don't know now, maybe she's cuter there actually. Yeah, I love how this looks already. It's like, oh, really, really nice. Oh, forgot about the, you know, the raspberry tart. So, shall we have the raspberry tart somewhere? Quite nice, isn't it? Let's just see what other invoice things that I've got. So these are not part of the glue book favourites. These were some that I've bought recently, you know, to have in my stash. And I have done some things with these that I'm, again, hopefully they're already in my shop by this point. But I haven't just listed like the originals, if you see what I mean. So I don't know whether I will or not. Yeah, I guess it depends really. So I mean, you guys let me know if you would like to see some of these kinds of things just listed in my shop in their sort of plain, you know, plain state. Whoa, come on. And then I'm thinking maybe like more overlapped like that. What do we think? Yeah, I quite love that. Now I'm going to just have a look and get my postage stamps out. I mean, I'm not saying that they're an essential, but I know that Margaret Miller, she does add a lot of postage stamps, and yeah, I think they do kind of look awesome on the things that she's made. So because I'm drawing inspiration from her, even though I haven't looked at her stuff for a long time now again, then yeah, I would really like to incorporate some, you know, some postage stamps and things like that, I think, in my layouts. Oh, that's the same stamp. I couldn't see it. My arm was kind of covering it, and it was just, yeah. That's a really good colour on there, isn't it? Right, okay, so I'm going to get gluing a few of these things down whilst we decide. So let's just take this, for example. Oh my gosh, look at the state of my glue. Let me just give my glue a wipe. Oh, I topped it up just before the video because I thought, oh, I don't want to be mucking about during the video. And of course, it's now so full it's overflowing. So now I am mucking about, obviously, during the video. Oh gosh. Sorry about this, hold on. Okay, right. Okay, so that's that one. Just going to put that up there in that sort of corner. That was roughly where I had it just now. And I will just take my, you know, my glue spreader to just stick this down nicely. Okay, so I'll just take my wipe now, making sure it's nicely stuck down. Okay. Right, this one I was going to have on the facing page, so let's put that one down. So sorry about the back of these as well. As you can see, it's obviously where I've been, you know, printing multiple times until I get things right. So yeah, I do apologise that they've got heavy, you know, heavy printing going on the back, but you know, I don't really like wasting paper, so of course, you know, it's really essential to then, you know, print on the back and reuse things, isn't it? So okay, yeah, I love how that looks. And I'm just going to have this then there in the front of that. So, and again, when I did my glue book junk journal last year, you know, I didn't include any pockets or tucks or lace or anything kind of like bulky. I just literally stuck with like the concept of a glue book. So the concept of, you know, just sticking things down, but not things that were lifting or folding or, you know, flapping or having things tucked into them or anything like that. You know, I just literally had things stuck, if you see what I mean. So I'm going to hopefully just do that same, you know, that same thing again here. So again, let's just see, because I'm wondering, do I want that stamp kind of running down the side? And do I want this flower like behind the owl, which is quite nice, or do I want it in front of the owl? Not sure yet. And then that lovely raspberry tart, it's really super cute, isn't it? And then down here, I'm going to have this toadstool, which looks lovely. So I'm just going to go with my craft knife. I'm rubbish with a craft knife, so fingers crossed that I'm going to be able to take this piece out. Oh my goodness, not great. And I'm not inking things on this, so if I make a muck up with this, it's going to be tricky to cover it, or, you know, disguise it without inking. Well, I might just have to ink just this piece. Wow, that was so lucky. Thankfully, it's come out fine. I was very worried that I was going to have a situation there where it was, yes, very, you know, very jaggedy. Very jaggedy with lots of kind of white showing, but actually it looked okay. So just glue this one down. Okay. Like that. Okay, right, press that down. I can't tell you how gorgeous this looks already. Just absolutely love it. Love how it looks already. Okay, so then I've got my little girl. Now again, I'm going to try and go in with my craft knife. Oh my gosh, wish me luck. Because this is thin sort of book page, so I don't know how easy this is going to be to get this piece out. I mean, in some ways you'd kind of think easier because it's only thin. But I don't know if you can see what's going on here, but what happens is with the, oh my gosh, I've now cut her feet off. With the craft knife, if the paper's very thin like that, it just, see what's happened to her foot. Now cut her foot off. So yeah, I'm going to have to now, oh gosh, try and disguise that somehow. I mean, to be honest, there's no disguising it really. No, it is what it is. I've cut her foot off. So, okay, hold on. Sorry, I just had to tell my daughter. She was being really, really noisy, and I just called down to her and said, you know, I'm doing a video. Can you please stop it? I suspect she won't stop it. I can already hear her carrying on again. So, yeah, I do apologise for the noise there. Right, now I can't remember whether we had... Did we have these flowers here? Were they kind of on their side? Did we have them here? Or do we want to switch the flowers and the tart? Oh, not sure now. Oh, I'm not sure. Right, do we want this with the postage stamp showing, or do we want it tucked under that way? Probably with the stamp showing, I think. So, yeah. Hold on. Right, sorry about that. I did just have to tell her to be quiet again. So, right, hopefully we will, you know, be able to get on with a bit more peace and quiet now. Right, let's pop this one down over here. So again, just, you know, quite close to the edge. And yeah, I decided that I would have the postage stamp showing. So just squish that down. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that owl is just gorgeous, isn't it? Really, really lovely. Now, do we want to have anything else from the, you know, the children's book? Ah, actually, I know what I did remember to, well, didn't remember to pull out, was I also had these amazing pictures of these clocks, and I thought one of these would be super cool on here as well. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe this. Oh my goodness. Right, let me pull my glasses down again, and we will just cut this one out. Okay. Oh, why have I picked the one with the handle? Perhaps they all had handles. I don't know. I'll turn it over in a minute and we'll have a look. But yeah, why did I pick this one with this ornate handle? Okay. My oldest son, he's outside. This is a Friday afternoon now, like after school. I don't very often film in the afternoon, like after school. But because my younger son was taking my daughter over to the park, you know, I thought, oh, perfect. I've got a brief opportunity to quickly come and do a video. So, and I have been wanting to, you know, come on and do this. Oh, it did have a handle, the other one as well. So yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a while. So I thought, well, let's come on and quickly quickly do a layout in here. So but yeah, my eldest son, he's outside trying to fix his car. He's had a problem with, oh, I can't remember now what he said. It was something to do with the gearbox, something like the gearbox, I don't know, cable maybe, something like that. Yeah, so he's trying to kind of fix that. And yeah, so if you can hear, you know, like whirring of a car and, you know, that kind of thing, that's what he's doing. He's trying to fix his car. So fingers crossed that he does. Oh, it's horrible, isn't it, when you have car problems, to be honest, you know, because it's very worrying and it can be so expensive. So yeah, I really pray that he, you know, that he can fix it, because yeah, obviously it's just, you know, it is worrying otherwise. Okay, I mean, he's really clever like that, and you know, he's always very up for trying, you know, trying things and fixing, or, you know, trying to fix things anyway. So, I mean, fingers crossed he's going to be able to put it right. Now, I've got this stamp. Sorry, I dug out some red stamps while I was up telling my daughter just now. So, yeah, I'm just wondering whether we could have this one anywhere. Let's just have a look. I mean, again, what I'm trying to do is just create like maximum interest around the page, so you've got like really loads of interesting, nice things to look at. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm coming from at the moment, is just trying to get as much going on all over the page. So let's just have another look. Let's just have a look here. Okay, right, I've got this one here, which again is a really nice kind of interesting piece. Let's just cut that down. And I love the fact it's got some blue on there, because of course, you know, the blue then it would tie in with some of the other bits on the page. Get rid of that. I'm just wondering if we would like this kind of down here. Let's just see. Okay. Let's have a look. I think I maybe quite like it like that. The only thing I don't like is I've got a definite cut-off point here, which, you know, that doesn't feel all that great, having that. Do you know, I'm going to just tear this round. I mean, this was obviously torn when I, you know, received this vintage paperwork, so that's why it had that white space. But I'm just thinking, actually, include the tear, and then I can have it shifted over, so as I haven't got the everything ending at the same line, if you see what I mean. Because yeah, I didn't really like the look of that. So let's just pop this one down. Oh, it's really warm now. It's such a weird day. It's been a bit of everything today. We've had, yeah, I think we've even had rain. I'm just trying to actually remember. Think back across the whole day. I'm sure we had rain first thing. We've had, you know, just overcast and grey, kind of chilly. It's just a whole bunch of different stuff. And now it's suddenly, you know, the sun's come out and it's got quite muggy, you know, quite warm again. It's just really odd. Just all sorts of things going on today with that weather. Okay, right. So again, just bring that owl back in, thinking kind of have it there. And let me just bring in again the raspberry tart. Thinking, could it go there? And let's just pop my postage stamp down there, maybe. I'm wondering if we could have another clock. Yeah, I quite like how this is coming along, I think. I'm feeling I want more things on here. I mean, so sorry if you can hear all that laughter and what have you. I mean, how dare they be having fun down there? Yeah, I'm thinking it kind of needs more. Margaret Miller, she's very clever at getting kind of lots and lots and lots of, like, I'm not saying clutter, but, you know, a lot of different things on the page in, you know, in one layout. So I don't want to have things looking like they've just sort of, you know, been placed there for the sake of it, but I do want to have that really full on, you know, super layered look. It's quite hard to achieve, you know, much harder than you think, I think. Right, I've also got this clock, which I love. And again, I've been obviously trying to hoard it because I like what's on the other side. Oh, do you know, I'm going to just cut this clock down because I'm thinking, you know, where it's brown, it's just going to have a little bit of kind of a contrast. So let me just take this down and see. See whether this one might go nicely here. So hold on. Oh my goodness. So he's got a little mouse sat on top of him. I am not going to try and cut that mouse out. I'm just going to chop him off. So yeah, sorry about that, Mr. Mouse, but you're just going to have to go. My fussy cutting skills are not going to run to you, I'm afraid. It's one of those scenarios where I would try and cut him out and he'd end up just resembling nothing. So, you know, I'm better off just kind of biting the bullet and getting rid of him altogether. So, yeah. Okay. Right, let's cut around here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is so fiddly. I don't know why this is proving so fiddly, but yeah. And I obviously knew it would because I kind of was putting off doing it. Didn't really want to cut it out. Well, I mean, partly because it had that nice image on the back, but partly I suspect because I thought, oh, this looks a little bit of a nightmare to cut out. Okay, right. Let's just cut that bit off. Now I'm just wondering. Yeah, okay. We've got London Bridge. Let me just see whether we want to do anything with that as well. So again, just going to trim that down like that, and then we're just going to cut that. Oops. Oh my goodness. Okay, right. Oh, what is going on with this clock? Oh, still got the bottom left to go, so let me just cut out that bottom bit. Okay. Like that. Right, okay. So yeah, I'm thinking this would be quite nice to kind of like have in the background. Ooh, maybe coming out behind the owl. What do you think? Yeah, I quite like that. We can have a postage stamp coming out. Thinking maybe a red one. Maybe a blue one here. Let me find and see if I've got a red one, you know, that would be just ideal. Hold on. Oh, that's too red, isn't it? Although, I mean, I have got all those red toadstools going on over the page, so well, not over the page, but on the facing page. So yeah, I should really be able to get away with something bright, shouldn't I? Bright red like that. Okay. Right, I do like this window. I'm not convinced it's looking quite right, if I'm truthful. Okay. Let's try another thing then. Ooh, ooh, that's quite nice, isn't it? How about like that? I mean, I guess like the sheer randomness of this, you know, is, yeah, is a bit kind of, you know, how Margaret Miller does do them is like completely like this random assortment in this random way. You know, rather than kind of thinking, oh no, well, you wouldn't have that there like that, you know. But actually, instead kind of just having any old thing, any old wear, and then trying to make it look good. Right, can't decide here. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking maybe have the blue stamps. Yeah, I'm thinking kind of maybe have the blue and maybe even just like sort of random spots like that. So let me just pop this one down. Definitely I'm going to, yeah, go back on Pinterest and, you know, suck up some more glue book stuff on there because I'm really out of it from last year. And, yeah, just not kind of filled with inspiration like I was last year. So, you know what it's like and you think, oh, you know, it will come back, you know, flooding back to me. But actually it doesn't, does it? You need to kind of like go back into the zone for it to come flooding back. It's not just going to come back with, you know, no help, is it? Okay. Right, let's pop that clock down there. So again, just mop out the glue like that. Okay. Yeah, looking good. Okay, and then the owl. Okay. Maybe even something like that. Now, do we want to have the cherry pie anywhere? I mean, we could even have it like in front of the owl. What do you think? Kind of cute. Kind of cute. Right, I would love something brown on this side now because I've got lots of brown with the clock and the owl and, you know, all of that stuff. So I'd quite like something brown over here. Just going to pull in a couple of butterflies and see whether I've got any brownish butterflies that would just, you know, just do the trick on here. Oh gosh, no. No, no, no. That did not look right, did it? Oh goodness. Oh goodness, I'm not sure about those. Again, you know, maybe it's just a case of finding the right butterfly. Oh gosh, not that one. Definitely not that one. Oh, it's so tricky, isn't it? Sometimes you kind of, you know, you can picture in your mind how you want something to look, and then sometimes then actually achieving it is a completely different story, isn't it? So let's just get this owl stuck down because then that's one less thing to be, you know, moving about constantly. Because yeah, definitely like him here, I think. So even then I said definitely, and then I think, you know, even then I'm just chopping and changing my mind. No, I do like him there. He's cute. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, so let's just mop up round everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I like that that pie, I think. I'm just going to see what other in the glue book bits that I've got, because just in case I've got something else, you know, that might be kind of cute here. I'm just going to cut out this small cake. This might be a bit small. There is a bigger one, but I thought I'd just try the small one first. Again, it had those stalk things from the cherries, but I've just snipped them off. So, yeah. Can't be doing with, you know, fiddly things, to be honest. Oh, I wonder whether I've got any other little characters from the book that would look good. Not really. Not really. I'm trying to keep it all sort of bluey colour now because, you know, that's predominantly what I've got going on. And it looks really nice. So I don't want to veer away from that and suddenly have, like, you know, some other random strange colour going on. Yeah. Let me just see what else I've got here. I mean, we've got these. Oh, it's so warm up here. No wonder I'm struggling to concentrate. Oh, what a feeble excuse. What a feeble excuse. I mean, it is super warm. I'm not pretending. But yeah, that's a feeble excuse, isn't it? Okay. Maybe the window is not really... Do we need something else like really blue on there, do you think? Let's just pull this in. Yeah, perhaps we need something quite blue. So let's just see. Maybe like that. Just check if we want the cherry pie over here instead, or do we want the girl over here instead? I think I do really like her there. I think she looks really sweet. Wondering whether we might want some smaller flowers now, so let's just have a look and see what else we've got here. Got these cute tiny spoons actually as well. Right, let's just cut out a couple of the smaller elements that are just individual, and we'll just see whether they may, you know, fit somewhere. So let me just trim a couple of these down. Like I say, I mean, really I should have kind of cut these all out before the video, but hey, I didn't even get looking on Pinterest for inspiration, so the likelihood of cutting these out in advance was pretty slim, wasn't it, to be honest? Yeah, pretty slim. Okay, got this here, this banner. Let's just take that and cut that out. I love it in this kind of peachy, well, yeah, peachy type, salmon-y type colour. Looks really lovely. Okay. Around there. I'll have to go and cook dinner in a moment, so yeah. Okie dokie. Oh my gosh, I've just now literally, oh, don't know what I've done to that banner, but yeah, trashed it completely. Okay, right. So it's got a very short end now going on that banner. Right. Yeah, I mean, I think I liked it over here, but to be honest, it needs to go on the other page to bring in like this paler sort of orangey reddy colour, I think. So yeah, it would have to kind of go somewhere on this page. Okie dokie, and let's just cut this blue flower out. Okay. It's quite sweet, isn't it? What do we think to that layout? I'm still feeling I need something else here that's darker, so actually this might just fit the bill. I think because that invoice piece is very white on this corner, it needed something browner. So yeah, maybe even kind of something like this. It's just bringing the brown in, isn't it? Let's just pop that one down. Okay, try and get it as far over as I can. It's always a bit tricky when you've got the crease of the book going, you know, because it doesn't want to then lay flat. So yeah, I'll have to kind of press it quite a bit to get that to kind of really stay stuck down. You know, not just lift every time that the book's kind of turned. The page, you know, the page is turned. Okay. Now, are we thinking with the window or without the window? Just going to bring that big cake in for a minute. Because we tried the smaller cake, didn't we? And it seemed a bit small. So I'm just going to try this bigger one. Okie dokie. Yeah, everyone's having lasagna tonight, so, and I'm making it with actual mince, so yeah, I won't be having it. But yeah, that's what everybody else is having, so not sure what I'm going to have, but yeah, probably like a salad or something like that. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, nothing exciting, I doubt. You know, not because I'm like being a martyr or anything like that, but just, yeah, I'm not really that fussed, and so I will just have something quick and easy. Quick and easy. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, that stamp is not good there. Let's have a look at these. Don't you hate it when you kind of like just can't get something to get, you know, come together? I'm loving this side so much, and yeah, this side is just driving me potty, just not coming together as I'd like. I don't know why. No, I don't want it like that. Although maybe I should. But right, let's put that there again. Maybe like that, and maybe something like that. Yeah, definitely got a lack of something here, haven't we? Yeah, a lack of something. I'm not quite sure what, unfortunately. What does it need? What does it need? Does it need a stamp this colour, do you think? Oh, what's the likelihood of having a stamp that colour? That's the question. Oh, what about that one? It's not really that colour, but, you know, it's not too bad. Not a million miles away, is it? So, and then this is kind of very similar to these. Maybe up here or something. Oh, I don't know. What is not working here? So frustrating. I really feel frustrated when things don't just come together, you know, as you'd hoped. Oh, this is annoying. Very annoying. Do you know, I'm even wondering now whether we should try and find another owl, actually. So, yeah, let's have a quick flick. Oh, gosh, I'm putting the wrong stamps in the wrong stamp thing now. I mean, you know, not that I'm very organised normally, but because I have taken the time to organise my stamps out and separate them out colour-wise, I feel like I should at least try and stick with that because, yeah, I'm not really organised anywhere else, am I? So let's at least try and stick with the one place that I have actually organised. Okay. Oh dear. Let's try that. Oh, I quite like those stamps like that, actually. Yeah, I quite like those. Let me just bring in again that big cake. Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, just suddenly it's flowing now. I don't know really what was the difference. Maybe it was just that red postage stamp. I'm not sure. Isn't that weird when, you know, you can't get something to come together and then just suddenly it's like, oh, something's happened and it's, you know, it's suddenly looking okay. And, you know, even weirder because you can't determine what that thing even was. Okay. Must have been that red postage stamp, which of all the things, all the random things. And tiny, you know, tiny random things to have been preventing it from, you know, working. It was just a tiny weeny postage stamp. That's just like really odd, isn't it? Okay, right, let's just bring this up because I'm wondering if I can cover up that pink because I also am thinking that maybe doesn't really go. That sort of pink stamped piece. Okay, and then going to have that postage stamp coming out here. The red one on top there. And then the clock perhaps over and the cake moved down. Yeah. What do we think? Feel much happier about it, I think. So, yep. Okay, right. Let's pop the postage stamp down first. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the window. So it's all very careful because you've got to put it in order of, you know, what's layered on top of what really. So, and these windows, these are also in my shop. Shabby shutters is what they're called. But they, again, are not part of the, you know, the glue book favourites. They're a separate purchase. So, yeah, separate kit. But I just thought they went really well on here. So, yeah, thought that I would kind of just try them out on here. I think they do. They do go really nicely. Right, let's pop this one down. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie. Oh goodness, it's so warm, honestly. Really stifling now. Very, very, very warm. Okay. Yeah, like how that all looks. I still would quite like something turquoise and, oh, that's probably way too turquoise and way too big, but yeah, it is a bit too turquoise and a bit too big. Okay. Right, let's just get the clock down, and then at least I've, you know, committed to something, like we always say. And, you know, committing to one thing, it just really enables you to kind of like work, I think, without, you know, second guessing then every single thing. It's like, well, I have to go with that now because that's at least stuck down. So I just find that really helpful. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have that that cake there, and I'm just going to have a flick through the book again to see if there's anything else that's turquoise that could look good. So I'll just get that red stamp down, because that does look nice. Oh my goodness, I'm so warm. So warm. Oh. Okay, right, that's that piece, and yeah, I don't think I need anything else red, that's for sure. Although maybe over the other side. Maybe over the other side to tone down all the blue that's going on. Maybe it's better like that. What do you think? Really driving me potty. What about everyone else? Must be driving you guys absolutely potty, watching me just swap and swap and swap and swap. Do you know, I'm going to stand up and have a look down on it, because you know, sometimes that really makes such a difference. I might go for it that way round, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, gosh, it's so warm. Now, the annoying thing is, when I come to edit the video, I don't generally really watch my videos, but obviously I do, you know, edit them sometimes. And just depending on what I'm editing, you know, I might just happen to catch this section. Oh gosh, that would be so frustrating if I watch it, you know, watch that bit and think, oh no, I preferred it the other way around, after I've actually already now committed to gluing it down this way round. Okay. Right. Okay, so that's her there. She looks gorgeous, doesn't she? I mean, how can she not look gorgeous? She's such a pretty little girl, isn't she? And wearing such a pretty little dress as well. So, yeah, how could she not look absolutely lovely? Okay, whoops. Like that. I love how her dress as well, I mean, it just ties in with that blue of the paint that's in the background. It just ties it, you know, in perfectly, doesn't it? Okay. Yes, sweetie? Okay, so we just glue that on like that. Okie dokie. Oops. Okay. Right, and then the very last thing, I'm just going to have one last flick through the book to see whether there's any other turquoisey kind of blue things that might just look, you know, good here, or pull things together a bit further. So let me just pop those away. Hold on a second. Not right now, no. Let's just, I'm going to cook the dinner in a minute. Do you want to help me cook the dinner? That would be really great. Yeah, would you like to help me cook? Don't know whether you can just tell, but there's just silence going on there. Always, it's a bit like that, you know, that story of the little red hen where, you know, of course everybody wants to eat the dinner, Nobody wants to help shop for the dinner. Nobody wants to help cook the dinner. Nobody wants to clear the dinner things away, but everyone wants to eat it. It's one of those scenarios. Let me just pop this down. Hold on a second. Let's just have a look. You help me look, sweetheart. I'm looking for something else. Turquoisey. This kind of shade, okay, in the book. So you help me have a look. Tell me if there's anything else that we could just, you know, cut out and use in here. Something kind of small.
Those trees?
No, they're not the right colour, are they? Oh. Oh. What about her? Let's just have a look. Oh, yeah. Her, I'm thinking.
Why her?
She's much more turquoise. The other one is a little bit on the green side. So let's just take this one out. She looks like she's doing like some sort of robotic dance, doesn't she? Do you think? She looks a bit like she's doing some sort of robot thing. Right, let me pull my glasses on and cut this out. So hold on a second. Okie dokie, right.
They look like the same people.
Do they?
Yes.
They don't. That other one's much prettier than this one. Well, to be fair, they're both really pretty, but that other one's got
prettier.
such a gorgeous dress on. Yeah, that's what I said. She is much prettier, isn't she?
Cutting.
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm not sure I'm doing a great job of this one, to be honest, but... Okie dokie. Isn't it hot up here? Hmm?
Yeah.
Do you feel quite hot? Right, I have to be careful I don't cut her fingers off. Or her thumb. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh.
She's getting cutted whilst she's doing a robot dance.
Mm.
That's kind of weird.
Oops.
Don't cut
Okay,
her
cut
off.
her bow out rather than off, like you say. Oh, this is tricky, isn't it? Okay, round here. Oh, come on. It's like getting smaller and smaller, but hopefully it's still there, visible. Oh my gosh. Come on.
Where are you going to put her?
I'm not sure.
There?
After all of this, yeah, she might not even go anywhere because
Where should go over there?
she might be going to be too big and not really fit.
Or maybe she could be on top of the clock
That would be weird, wouldn't it?
doing a robot dance. Maybe she should
She
be...
definitely looks like she's doing a robot dance, doesn't she?
Maybe she should go next to the... What's it called? The owl.
Okay.
Go
Whew.
there, maybe.
That was tough. Oh, she is cute. She is cute. Oh, this is so annoying because now look what's happened. They're facing away from each other and now I've glued her on. Isn't that just typical?
Why you
That's
put her
typical,
there?
isn't it? I think we'll have to just have her here, to be honest. Yep, we'll have to just have her
She's eating
here.
a cake.
Going to have her kind of down the bottom because otherwise she's just flying around. Flying around doing her robot dance, isn't she?
she's eating some of the cake. I mean the cupcake.
Yeah. Right. Yep, I'm going to have it like that. What do you think? Do you like it? So I'm just going to glue her down. Yeah, you're going to come and help me cook the dinner in a second. We're going to have lasagna. You want help? There's more silence coming from you. Why is that? Why? Why is there silence? Honestly, my daughter's never ever silent. She's even walking off now. She was kind of like leaning over me, whispering, "Can you pause it? Can you pause it?" Because she wants to ask me something. And she's even walked off now at the thought of obviously helping cook. So, yeah. I think that tells us all we need to know about is she going to help cook or not, really, doesn't it? Does it tell us all we need to know? Or am I going to be shocked and surprised and you are going to help? Well, am I just being greeted with more silence? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, right, that flower there. Then we're just going to have this one, I think, down here, like that. Okay. Yep, okay. Looking good. So, I hope that you all like that page. It took a long time. Definitely I'm going to, yeah, check out some Pinterest kind of inspiration and things before we do the next one. But that's our first page in our Glue Book Junk Journal. And yeah, I hope that you like it. And if you're doing one, I would love to see what you do. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. And see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.